It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and all eyes are on the Packers' rocket-on quarterback. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Packers and the Bears on Thursday night primetime.
The good news is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles... 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week, so keeping him contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
Here we go.
Now Fields going to throw on the first play. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
He'll fire deep, looking for more. And this one is incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
We'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 40. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Fields throwing again. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. 3rd and 2, Fields. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nailing over 20 yards. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. First and goal. Back to throw. Fields. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Andy Janovich, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bears put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So now it's the Packers' turn to go on offense for the first time. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
I love this quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 3. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
That's taken on the 25. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Bears take over. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with the W. Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a 2nd defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. The center receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You look at this Packers defense. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. That is caught. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. A handoff to Barkley on the option. And bulldozing his way through. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Fields.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here's second and 10. Fields now to throw. That's complete to Mooney. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on third down, Fields. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy by the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. Osborne decides against a run back, and this will come out to the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there, you don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we could walk away with a win.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Packers at 2-10 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a third down coming up. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down. And here's Daniel wheeling on now to punt. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Chicago offense set to get started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Oh, an absolutely filthy joke. He's got some space now. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Fights him off. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Good sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he's able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now a first down throw, Fields. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up second down.
At the 49-yard line.
Here we go.
From the gun, here's Fields. That's going to be caught downfield by Mooney. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
What my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. The kick by Lutz is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And they'll accept that penalty.
Automatic first down.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. That's right, running on the Janovich, the fullback. He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, second down.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Saquon Barkley, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run. Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
He did a fine job there not hitting it before the ball arrived. You can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give him credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. They'll try and throw for it here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season, and in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing, but clearly there's some growing still to do.
A handoff to Barkley on the option. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. Touchdown, Chicago! Saquon Barkley, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Bears are able to add on to their first-half lead. Lutz with the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Packers ready to take over offensively. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick, and he's able to take it to the 36-yard line.
A tough adjustment. Throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's clear. Mark for the entire season.
Here we go,
and they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Here's Fields. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential, but when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
On the draw, this is Barkley. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Now it's Fields. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down,
touchdown Bears! Saquon Barkley as the first. winding down. And the Bears will extend their lead here just before halftime. Lutz good on the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And Christian Watson and the rest of this offense back out now.
Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
He'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. They'll set up to throw. Out to the left here to Reed. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They'll throw now on the final play.
They'll find Osborne here.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3.
The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Now come the Packers for their next drive as we take a look at the playoff race in the NFC coming into the weekend.
A CD after this game, there will be 4 weeks left in the regular season. So this is far from the final version of what we'll see come January, more of a first draft, if you will, as all these teams fight for a better position.
And you pointed it out so accurately there, Brandon. After this game, 4 weeks left in the regular season, and then the playoffs officially begin. But for some teams, trying to fight.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
They'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down. Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has now allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 41-yard line.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
First down, Packers.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Now 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
That's complete right around the 8. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. He'll drop to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
A shotgun snap, Fields. And he's got the hook up here. That's Mooney. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 30 yards there. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And let me tell you, that wasn't as easy as it looked. Dancing away and moving forward for 6 yards.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And they run the option on 2nd down. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. A good chunk on the ground, and the keeper 17 yards, 1st down. Barkley, inside handoff. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he'll get this down only to the 18. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL. Back now at Soldier Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those
this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Packers offense. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On play action, they'll throw. And this throw will be intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Bears are going to have a short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. Moore, the man in motion. Second down, here's Barkley again. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 112 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Hands it off out of the gun. And some space here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, good for 22 and a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Justin Fields from 17 yards. Bears look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Now, the PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
Well, trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
Now the Packers get set to go. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. Silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big, you really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
Here we go.
Up the middle with Barkley. Powers through. Dances by him. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Saquon Barkley, 22 yards. And the Bears continue to pour it on here in the fourth. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Lutz with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Now KJ Osborne. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. There appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They start on the ground here at Sanders. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Back to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks him, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest, but now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick him off for the 2nd time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly, but they're still out there hunting for big plays and get another one right there.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line that hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So the Bears... We welcome you back. And they have
just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Here's a 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.